let's go to Julian in Paducah, Kentucky. Thanks for calling the Line of Fire.
Good afternoon. One of the callers was upset because Noah had dreams. But the whole book
dreams as opposed to hearing the voice of God, right?
The whole book of Revelation is a dream.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Everything in the book of Revelation is a result of a dream.
How do you know that?
Because I've read higher criticisms.
No, but where does it say that? I mean, biblical scholarship is my field. Where does it say that it was?
That's how we do things like that. We see things. That's the only way we can see things.
You can have an open vision. Are you saying that it's impossible for God to give someone an open vision? I had open visions that were drug-induced when I was hallucinating before I was saved.
Well, they were drug-induced.
Surely God, but surely God, that tells me that God can produce a real vision. If I could get a drug-induced vision.
That's not necessarily true. I might have a vision if I'm on LSD.
But God can't give you one?
I might have a vision if I'm asleep as a result
God
of my
can't. So God can't give you a vision. It's impossible for God.
Does.
But it says in the Bible He does explicitly.
Because I'm an atheist, and I don't think there is a God.
All right. Well, Julian. So then that's really the bigger issue. Did you watch Ray Comfort's movie online about this?
Not about Noah. I saw all three of his other movies, and I thought they were ridiculous. I think Ray Comfort is ridiculous.
Yeah, how so?
I think he's a busybody that anybody, when he gets in their face, they should be able to punch him in the nose.
And you think that would be a good thing to do?
Yes, I think he's an arrogant huckster that has no regard for people's souls whatsoever. He has regard
do you think that you might be arrogant in the statements you're making?
No, I don't. I say the statements I'm making in a spirit of true humility.
Yeah, well, they sound arrogant to me. That's the funny thing, you know.
Well, that's the problem. Because you're messed up. Because you're arrogant too.
Okay. So maybe we're all arrogant. Maybe we're all messed up, which is why we need a savior.
I can give you some examples of why you're arrogant.
Oh, well, tell you what. We've only got a minute. Why don't you give me one? Okay.
Okay, I'll give you one. You complain and moan and groan and all last week about stations going off the air because you're not getting enough money in. Well, you can go down to Peru and be a busybody and interfere with their internal relations. So let me finish.
Tell you what, we got. Hey, Julian. Actually, I didn't moan and groan at all, but thank you for listening. I simply announced very positively that we're pruning back. That's first thing. That we're unable to fund this ourselves. We're pruning back. That we're having greater influence and expansion than we've ever had. This is pruning back, just to be frugal stewards. And I was invited by leaders in Peru. To speak to them at a congressional hearing with university chancellors on the consequences of homosexual activism in America. It's amazing that gay activists can go all around the world, and our president can make comments criticizing other nations as to what they do with homosexual issues. But when I'm invited by the government, and I say explicitly, I'm not here to demonize anyone. I'm not here to incite hatred towards anyone. I'm not here to talk about criminalizing behavior. I simply want to let you know what happens when you normalize homosexual practice and redefine marriage in a culture. So I'm being a busybody, and you're speaking with humility. I'm arrogant. Hey, Julian, tell you what, let's all put ourselves in the same class as fallen human beings who need a savior. And without God's truth, we're never going to agree on moral standards. But please do keep listening and call in. If you can call in earlier, we can have a longer conversation. Fair enough?